Love Hurts is a passion project for Ke-Huy Quan. After his Oscar win for Everything Everywhere All at Once, he was able to find the screenplay. They pitched it to him. They wanted him for it. He got Steven Spielberg to help him greenlight it, as well as David Leitch and a few others. So he plays Marvin Gable, a short, peppy, sort of cheery real estate agent, like Phil from Modern Family. He loves his job. He likes to sell houses. He likes to bake cookies for the office and for the party. And it's Valentine's Day. He wants to sell some houses. But someone's defacing all of his bench posters and sending him weird notes in the mail saying that love hurts or you can't run away. So he's definitely having a bit of a rough day because he gets attacked by an assassin named the Raven, whom he is able to defeat barely, but then he finds out that someone that he was supposed to kill this woman named Rose, but he didn't because he loves her. She decided to lay low for a while, but now she wants her life back. And so she decides to issue a challenge to Marvin's brother Alvin, also known as Knuckles. He's in charge of the gang they all used to work for. Marvin used to be a vicious enforcer, and Rose was a lawyer. However, Rose stole money from him, so his rule is if you steal from me, you die. So she keeps trying to shove him back into the fold. Meanwhile, there's another guy named Merlot who's trying to kill everyone involved to hide his own complicity in stealing the money or something. Yeah, there's a lot of... this movie is only 83 minutes long, but it has so much going on, so much voiceover, and I feel like the voiceover sort of is a crutch to tell you how characters are feeling. The movie doesn't show. It definitely tells a lot more than it should. I kind of feel like a lot of the characters are underutilized too. Like besides Marvin, Riz Darby plays like a shady accountant. He doesn't get enough scenes. Even the villain, Daniel Wu, drinks boba. He's menacing. He has a couple of scenes, but he feels like he's barely in the movie. He only gets one fight scene. They had this scene as like a flashback of like Marvin beating down all of these guys, and to showcase how badass he used to be. They could have had that be an actual fight scene with Daniel Wu, but instead it's just like, set dressing. And there's some good fight scenes. The stunt work is great with the Raven, and there's two other guys, Otis and King. They show up to give our hero a beatdown once in a while. So the stunt work and the fighting's great. However, there's not much of it, and the movie's super short. It feels like it could have been longer. And I think the biggest flaw of the movie for me is I didn't like Ariana DeBose. She's Rose. She just has the weakest motivation. She gets everyone in trouble. She can't really fight, and she doesn't look like she can. And she just seems like a bit of a drag, like someone who just shows up and expects everyone else to sort of bend to her will. And it's just kind of weird. She had no chemistry with Ke-Huy Quan as well. And in fact, the nicest surprise is another subplot involving Marvin's assistant and Raven. The two of them sort of meet and they sort of fall in love. They have more chemistry than the main characters, which is kind of sad. So this movie, it's not like awful, but it's just really undemanding, short, quick, entertaining, but it could have been a lot better. It could have been improved in story, more flashbacks, more fleshing out, more danger, because the movie tries to be like this sort of like goofy sort of no one gets hurt comedy, but then some people do get hurt, and violently, but then the movie holds back on violence in other ways, so I don't know, the tonal shifts are all over the place. So the best part of the movie is Ke-Huy Quan and Daniel Wu and Sean Astin. Everyone else gets not enough to do. Didn't like Ariana DeBose. Stunt work's great, action's great, but it could have been better. So I'll give Love Hurts a 6.5 out of 10.